What's up, bro? Welcome to the video. In this one, we're gonna be getting into how I lost nearly 20 pounds in 2 weeks. You guys might have seen my transformation video. That one got a lot of views and stuff, and a lot of people were asking, hey, like, how do you lose all this weight? How do you lose the weight to the surgery? And all that stuff. So in this video, I'm gonna provide you guys with the full story. So it all started right here. So it was the start of 7th grade. I was excited to get back into school after summer break, but I just wasn't feeling right and I wasn't eating right. I wasn't able to really digest food. Every time I ate, I kept throwing it up and I was so confused. It had been like a week or two and I hadn't been able to really take down any food, and we started going to the doctor and stuff. And at first they were like, oh, it's probably like just mono or something, so get some rest up, take some medicine and stuff. And they sent me back home and I still just kept feeling worse. And then I just stopped going to school. And then I went to not the nurse at the school, but I went to the doctors again, and they were like, oh, well, he's probably just like, he probably just doesn't want to go to school. That's probably why. And like, I was in the room when they said that, and I kind of felt like disrespected, like I didn't know how my body was feeling. And I was like, I didn't really say it. I don't remember what I said, but I was like, I feel like crap. I don't want to go to school, like, cause I feel like crap, not cause I'm like scared of school. Like, I'm excited to get back in school and see all my friends and stuff. So they were like, all right, go back to school, like quit being a wimp, pretty much. So I went back to school, and like at this point it'd been like 2-3 weeks without me really being able to eat food right, and I just felt terrible. I was losing a lot of weight. I pretty much lost probably like 10-20 pounds by then. And I went to the nurse because I felt like crap, and she looked at me, she took one look at me and said, you need to go to the hospital. If I hit this one, you guys gotta hit the like button. If I miss it, then you don't have to, but if you still fuck with me, then you can do it. Hit that like button. But anyways, back to the story. So we came back here and we just decided to go to the children's hospital, and I remember it so vividly. Like, I remember everything. I remember going there, parking, because I was in so much pain. Like, I remember this pain, like waiting in the waiting room. We had to wait in the waiting room for like probably like 20 minutes, half hour or something like that, but it felt like honestly days, because like I was just sitting there. My stomach felt like it was eating itself alive. I don't know, that probably is too much information, but I just felt terrible. Like, I felt like this was maybe gonna be the end for me. Like, this is the worst pain I had ever felt in my life, and I couldn't really see anything. Like, it was all internal, so you couldn't see it. It was going on in my stomach system. So I just felt so terrible, and they checked me in and they gave me some medicine which made me feel better, and I ended up staying there for a week. So I figured, why not bring my mom on and talk to her about this, and we just had a little conversation about kind of what happening, her experience observing it, and if this surgery was really necessary, because I know some of you guys were wondering if I were just getting this to lose weight, and just diagnosing we talked about what it was and all that. So enjoy this conversation.
Fundoplication is usually done as a keyhole laparoscopic, which is what you had. You had laparoscopic surgery. This means it's carried out through very small incisions in your skin.
So do you know how I got it?
No, you didn't catch anything. You weren't sick. Your body just stopped doing what it was supposed to do.
How'd they get it to start doing what it was supposed to do again through the surgery?
So that muscle that's around the esophagus, they slit it. They cut it. And that loosened it because it was so tight. And then I don't know that they wrapped it around. I think they might have wrapped it around the esophagus. It's a common surgery, obviously not too easy to diagnose what was going on, but my understanding was that it was down, like there's your stomach. So it was down throughout the esophagus somewhere. This is the esophagus. So wherever that, I think it's right next to the stomach, where the muscles open and close, doing what they're supposed, and we can't control that, and no bug or no illness made it not stop working. It's just supposed to, it's one of those things like blinking your eyes. You just do it, you don't think about it. And there wasn't an option of waiting or not doing it or anything, because you would have died. Obviously you can't eat. It was incredibly painful, and there was nothing like people that have GERD, you know, like that reflux, they have a choice to take medication so they don't get reflux, no, the stomach contents and the bile acid comes back. You didn't. They have a, well, try this medication. This will help. Blah blah blah. No, you didn't have that option. You had to have the surgery. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't optional. It was not. There was nothing like you needed like surgery now. They started you on IVs so that you could get some fluid back and get some nutrition. You know, get something. You needed. You needed IVs, but that was the only way you could take any nutrition was into your veins. Couldn't swallow anything.
Mm-hmm. So how long do you think I went without eating?
A week.
What about before I was admitted to the hospital?
That had been a week. I mean, you were trying to eat.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like it was working.
But it just couldn't. You just couldn't do it, and it was no more than a week and a half because it was just so like severe. You know, it was just so. Mm-hmm. I remember we went to your brother's football fundraiser thing in Rosemont, and like it was the dinner, and we ordered like steak or hamburger, and you were trying to eat it and you couldn't, and you were standing up and walking around, and your dad was getting mad at you, and I was like, this is not right. This is just not right.
Was it before we went to the hospital?
Oh yeah, once you had your surgery, you were perfectly, you know, fine again.
I don't think I was fine right away.
Well, maybe you had things in your own body that were telling you, you know, I mean, I think it shrunk your stomach because they took your stomach and wrapped it around your esophagus, so that can't, obviously made your stomach a little smaller. But for me, they had performed the surgery went perfect, you were going to be able to eat again, so it was like, okay, well, my job's done, you know what I mean? Like, other than just help you and watch and ask you how you're feeling and stuff like that. But I mean, to me, that we cured whatever was happening. We could fix rather whatever was happening. But no, I don't think you've ever been quite the same after that. I feel like you can't eat as much. You get full. It might be why you're so damn skinny, you know? I didn't get that surgery.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's a thing for a lot of skinny people, is that they can't eat as much.
No.
I mean, not every skinny person gets surgery like I did, but
no.
Yeah, I feel
like alcoholism. Like an alcoholic does not have a turn-off valve. Like, I've had all these drinks, but I still want more. Like, but somebody who's not an alcoholic will be like, I've had a cup, I'm done, I'm good, you know. There's something in the brain of an alcoholic that just doesn't tell them, you've had enough, stop. You know, that may be what it is between thin and obese people, is that thin people realize, I'm satisfied. You know, and we really don't need to eat as much as, like, it's what's served to us. Because when you think of like a serving size, it's like, you know, maybe the size of your fist.
Yeah.
And your stomach really is not that big. You know, your stomach is only, what, that big maybe? So when you think of that, I mean, yeah, it stretches, but maybe some obese people never feel full, or they never feel satisfied, but there's psychological reasons to eating too. Boredom, loneliness, depression, stuffing their feelings. There's so many different reasons, right? But maybe the basic mechanics of the body don't work functionally either. I don't know.
We're getting a little off topic, but to circle.
Well, we needed to touch base on what it was and why you had that surgery. If you're thinking it was because of a bug, no.
I don't know. That's just what I heard when I was there. I don't know, I maybe heard the wrong thing, or somebody was talking about something completely different.
Right.
But yeah, so what was like your like overall experience, kind of just seeing that? And
it was scary. It was, I mean, before they had done it, I mean, I knew we were finally going to get to the bottom of it, but you know, it's hard to see your kid go into surgery, and they had to stuff a tube down your throat when you were awake, and I had to leave the room because it was like, oh my God. I mean,
I'm pretty sure I
you remember that?
I think I remember that. I think you were like on FaceTime with Dad or something, and you were showing him, and I was like throwing up on myself.
Well, you didn't throw up on yourself, but you turned, but yeah, they were shoving something down. A tube down your throat.
Yeah, no, that was gross.
That must have been very uncomfortable.
And I was awake for that, so it wasn't.
I mean, yeah, you were very, like, cooperative, and, you know, but I just stepped out of the room, and the nurse came and got me, and she's like, do you know how proud I am of you for just leaving the room and being quiet and not throwing a big fit? Like, I guess some moms just freak out, you know, and just start yelling at the doctors, and I just like, oh God, I can't watch this, and I know it has to be done, and I can't see my son suffer like this, so I think I'll just step outside. And then they came and got me and said it was done. You know, they saw what they needed to see. You know, it was a pre-op thing that they needed to do, pre-surgery that they needed to do to see what they had in front of them, what kind of surgery they needed to do.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that conversation, and I hope it brought you clarity and all that. But now I just want to touch a little more on after the surgery and everything, and how I recovered and how I got to really where I am now with the body I have and the muscle I have, and not being skinny anymore. Because I was around 120 pounds when it first happened, and then I dropped down to around 100 pounds. And then I am above 170. I'm hanging around in between 170 and 180. My weight kind of fluctuates, but that's like 70 pounds gained. So I have a lot of experience in this fitness and building muscle and all that. So if you are skinny, maybe you're skinny fat and you just want help with your situation, then I want you to either just go over to one of my social medias like Instagram or Facebook or even Snapchat, add me, send me a message, or just reach out to my number at 952-449-1710. Yeah, just use whatever method you prefer to contact me. if you want my help and if you're actually serious about changing your life. Anyway, let me know down in the comments if you've had any near-death experiences. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video and overall just got clarity and learned more about me maybe, and hopefully this situation helped you in some way. I just wanted to clear up that in my other video just about like the stomach surgery and everything, because I didn't really provide much detail on that at all, except for I lost like 20 pounds in a month from that. So hopefully that brought you clarity on that, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you aren't already. And if you want to get more videos from me, turn on post notifications as well. Anyways guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, peace.